Hey everybody, so for today's video, I want to talk about something I really haven't talked about yet in the video, and that is new technology in film and interesting styles that are applied to film. And what I mean by that is, I remember back in 1995 when Toy Story was the first completely CGI animated film. Dinosaur in 2000 was the first, I believe, the first completely done in computer production or something like that. Um, I also want to talk about Avatar, how that's kind of the first film where they really didn't even go out and shoot anywhere for the film, but they did go out to kind of get art inspiration for the film, but they made the overall film in a studio with CGI. Um, and I also want to talk about Grindhouse and Machete, not because so much that they're revolutionary with CGI, but because they're able to accomplish something in within the past 20 years where they were able to accomplish where both Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez um, were able to accomplish a look that we haven't seen since the 70s and 60s, or around the Grindhouse era when Grindhouse films were made. So I also want to talk about Grindhouse and Machete in this video as well. So you guys, I'm always intrigued when a film has a new form of technology that they use to make it. I am like most people. I'm not too. I'm a believer that a great story can be told without too much CGI. But I do believe that when the CGI is a tool, when it's used correctly, it's used the right way, it can tell an excellent story. But it's just very interesting to see new things that are applied to films that we haven't seen before. Um, I believe the film Spawn did this as well, even though the technology used for that film has already been used before Spawn. Just the fact that people were new to seeing that in a movie was very interesting. And with Toy Story, and I was very young when this film came out, but I remember just how revolutionary it was. It was just so neat to see a film that wasn't drawn by hand, but was completely made on a computer. All the environments you saw, all the characters, all the everything you saw on the screen was a computer animated version of something that these animators saw in real life. With Dinosaur, it was just very interesting to see something that where the whole sky was CGI, the whole environment that they're walking in was CGI. Every character you see in the film, every reflection was done on a computer, so that was all very interesting back in 2000. And with Avatar, they went out to like the jungles and the safari areas to get inspiration for the film, so they knew what kind of environment James Cameron wanted to make for sure for that, and that was very interesting to see how that was formed. But yeah, it's just kind of brought up a question to me earlier today with when are we going to see another film that does this? When are we going to see another film where the technology used in the film is something we've never seen before? Because we've already used computers. We've already found a way to kind of make a newer film look like an older film with Machete and Grindhouse and all those other films. We managed to make a film completely with computer like Dinosaur and Avatar. But what's going to be the next step? And I'm very curious as of now, what could be the next step? We computers are pretty I think they've evolved enough where it's hard to say whether the next step in film technology be computer related. It might be a completely different device or new technology overall. It's just really hard to say, but it would be very interesting and very intriguing to know what that next title will be where we're introduced to something completely new in film. Um, but yeah, it's just I always like to see interesting styles in film. I think that's why certain people watch certain directors because they're able to achieve that certain look that they're looking for a story. Wes Anderson's known for this. The Coen brothers are known for this. Terry Gilliam is known for this. The guy who did Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. Um, Quentin Tarantino is known for this. I mentioned him with Grindhouse and Robert Rodriguez too for Machete. Um, So yeah, it's just very interesting to see how certain directors kind of go with the mainstream or choose the big blockbuster film like a James Cameron or Steven Spielberg, and it's interesting to see kind of a director trying to do something new to a film like John Lasseter did with Toy Story, where rather than having a hand drawn animated film, why not do it all on the computer? So it's a very interesting question, and it might be something worth researching. So what are your thoughts? What do you think is going to be the next technological step in the film industry? What do you think is an interesting style that we could see more in the film industry that you think um, that would be really interesting because there's so many directors that have a very interesting style. So I guess I want to make this video to kind of make you guys think. I want to hear some possible comments or responses if you can. Um, I'm interested to see what you guys are hearing about this too because it's just very interesting to see a revolutionary step in film, and I'm curious to know when the next film is going to happen for that. Um, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to comment if you have something to think or something to share about this subject matter.